It was St. Patrick's Day on the wooden railway. All the engines were busy. Mike, Anthony, and James were just rolling around pretending to be a parade of red engines. But that was last month. That was Valentine's Day. This is a green holiday now. Merida called some engines to the station. Gordon and Daisy were already there, ready to take their passengers away. Gordon wondered, you know, Daisy, I noticed because it's St. Patty's Day, why are you the only green engine? And secondly, why are you pulling Anthony's coaches? Well, Gordon, first of all, Anthony is no longer runs a branch line, number one. Number two, I have to appear in the series somehow, you know, despite being highly sprung. Well, that's another thing. Why are you pulling stuff? I know you don't pull. Well, I learned my lesson. I'm no longer highly sprung. Anything is good for my swerves. And then Daisy, with that, Daisy puffed away. There were lots of freight cars that day in the yard. James fetched them. Fred, their leader, was cross. Hold back, he said, and passed the word to the others. The silly freight cars listened. Then James stopped at the station to talk to Merida. Because it's St. Patty's Day, James, I expect you to be all green. Well, but ma'am, I don't want to paint myself green. Really useful engines don't argue. So James didn't. And leave these cars, please. But James had already puffed away and didn't hear. Wait, I forgot to mention we have 2 visitors. But James was already far away in a puff. Silly freight cars wouldn't listen. And then they pushed James off the hill. Ow! He crashed right into Daisy's train. Bother, said Daisy. Watch where you're going next time. I didn't mean to. These freight cars are playing tricks. There was worse to come. Meanwhile, Diesel 10, who was up to no good, saw the level crossing and noticed that Birdie now has a shed with a satellite. I'm gonna play a trick on Birdie. So he opened up the gate using Pinchy to open them. And then he went behind the shed. Boom! Ah! Birdie jumped out and crashed, nearly hitting the visitors. Then, out of nowhere, the satellite tower came down. Hey, Birdie, I have a question. Do you, have any dishes? Hey, that's my satellite dish. Get in here and look at this. Oops. And it was blocking the line. Daisy had just gotten back on the rails and didn't see. She crashed right into the satellite tower. Luckily, she did not get off the rails again. Boy, this day certainly isn't lucky. For a lucky holiday, this certainly isn't lucky. I think because I'm the only green engine. Then she went to the station. Merida was there. Say, Daisy, since James was too busy not to listen to me when I said leave the cars, because he was in such a hurry to be a really splendid engine, I'd like you to meet our visitors and my new secretary. His name is Mr. Bobby. His hat is currently being worn by one of the visitors. Oh, hello. My name is Paul, and I'm Ringo. Despite being English, we still celebrate Irish holidays. Interesting, said Daisy. Then James hit the satellite tower, and this time did crash. Oh, let me take care of the problem. she said. She went over there and scolded James. Ma'am, it wasn't my fault. These freight cars are playing tricks. Yeah, but I told you to watch it. I told you to leave the cars because I want you to meet my visitors. Why are you being so rude? And didn't I tell you to paint yourself green? I'm not doing that. I'm a really splendid engine. Oh, you know what you can do? You can go in the sheds until you're wanted. Just then Rusty arrived. Rusty's little diesel arrived. Who's this sex, James? Oh, this is Rusty. Well, the narrator kind of gave it away already, but Rusty the little diesel is a new engine who likes to repair engines. That's the breakdown train. The crane is for lifting heavy things. So Rusty got the crane as close to the satellite tower as possible and lifted it back on the rails. Birdie's shed was back to normal. Yeah. As for you, thundered Merida, you've been worse. You made the disturbance. Fred was cross. But I have a surprise for you.